Our true North Star, which again has got some parallels to, let's say, a desktop on every a computer, sorry, on every desktop. Our real driver is, I believe everyone is going to have an AI organization. I believe everyone is going to have dedicated AI roles that are 100% for the rest of the life of the person or the organization, going to do nothing more than observe and create data, and by doing that, continually whittle away and find pathways towards the aspirations of those people. And so Decidr is an aspiration creation machine. And I want to make sure that the aspirations are well designed so that, let's say, ignorance doesn't get in the way of better decisions, and that there's a way for the energy and the effort and the birth lotteries and the supposed intelligence that you're born with, all of those disappear and everybody's leveled up and everybody has the same capability and power and everybody else knows that as well. And so what's that world, and then what's that world going to then be shaped like when inequity disappears quickly, when the smartest person that could be in that second or third world country, the person you should marry, the person that will be one of your close friends, and all of that is enabled in our lifetime. And so timing matters, and obviously we have as large an aspiration as it gets, but I feel we have an incredibly high fidelity view of, one, how the technology layer will be done, and the technology layer still remains primarily a data layer, and the design of the data layer, meaning the design of the questions you ask, which then supports the decisions you make, will be the definition of success for us. And so we want to make sure that we have a design of your future as an individual, and then that will in turn give birth to an incredible number of new organizations, AI organizations, that will have instant customers, extremely low marketing costs, extremely low operating costs, and all of the value that is being spent on organization and huge amounts of effort and energy, which is absolutely required. But again, when 100 years ago that model was put in place, the vast majority of workers couldn't read. And so a manager was really valuable because a manager could read, and a manager was educated, and a manager helped you do things. Now, everybody who is somehow connected to a mobile phone, it can be self-educated, irrespective of whether they decide to spend more time in social feeds or watching YouTube videos. There's always going to be an increased element of information at factors that are already, let's say, unprecedented, and are causing their own both problems and opportunities. And so we are going to have a world that moves in some way to a higher aspiration, and a higher aspiration is going to be on every wellness dimension. And if you have a higher aspiration on every wellness dimension, then things like the environment, things like equality, all of those things become somebody's purpose. And people that were, let's say, able to put their energy and effort towards that purpose, that weren't able to do that once upon a time, will now be able to. The truth is that everything is great, and a much more beautiful world and happier existence will be when people work out who they are. So I think Decidr will be maybe best known in time for what we'll call the discovery process. And so to truly work out what your aspirations are, to truly set a machine, a superpowered machine, to work for you, you really want to make sure inherently that you're going up the right mountain, that you're headed in the right direction. And I think a lot of people will have that opportunity. There'll be a huge amount of investment we'll make in helping people in time discover many things about themselves, and also never feel alone, because they'll instantly work out who they're like, and there'll be brand new markets that are spawned every day, because groups of people will realize that they would like to choose a product based on a particular attribute that a very smart entrepreneur will go and put into the world quickly because they have an active market. And so Decidr will be both famous for discovery, but guess what that'll drive? it means that every single product category and the biggest problem of entrepreneurship will disappear because you'll already have an active buying market.